Good morning, everybody. It is about 8:15 in the morning, and today is spay day. So Karina's getting spayed. It does take a little over an hour to get to our vet clinic. So I just thought that I would vlog the day for you guys. We've been going to this vet for years. He is the vet that also spayed Willow and Honey and neutered Rocky. So I have full confidence in him, but of course I'm feeling a little bit nervous about it. But Karina's like really healthy and happy, and so I'm sure there won't be any complications. So one of the most important things with rabbits is that they aren't to be fasted before surgery because of the way their system works. And the other thing is that as soon as they wake up from surgery, we really want to get them eating and everything again. So I'm sending her with some veggies here, some of her pellets. The gum is obviously for us. There's a little bowl there that my vet can put water into. And then I've just got to put some hay, which is out in the garage, into this container here. And ideally, before we pick her up at the end of the day today, she will already be eating. Knowing that they've woken up and had interest in food and everything and got their gut going again is really, really important. This is for good things. Yay. 4.8 pounds. Can I switch into kilograms for a second?
Sure. Sorry, hang on 1 second.
Okay, that's...
No, okay.
I usually wear
Okay, well anyways, let me just, so tell my decision to rush, but like, obviously if we can get...
Come back.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to be here for that, so he was just, Okay. Well then we can do the bunny. And then exactly.
Hey guys, it is now 1:20 in the afternoon, so I've just called for an update. Karina has just started surgery, everything checked out for her physical exam, and they felt everything looked great. So I'm to call again around 3:45, at which point she should be awake and starting her recovery. So we've just been running errands this morning. We both had massages. How was your massage?
Errands, yeah, I got rubbed down.
We both needed massages desperately. They were like proper physio massages. And now we're just going to the Works for lunch, and then we're going to go hang out with some family for the rest of the afternoon. So I went with the Beyond Sexy Burger. And you got your pizza.
Thank you.
Looks good.
At least this isn't a head of iceberg lettuce covered in Wingstop.
Hey guys, so we are back home now. Karina's surgery went really, really well. Our vet is amazing, and he had the whole surgery done in about 11 minutes, and they have been force feeding her throughout the afternoon. We've picked her up. She's quite alert, but the big thing is that she's not eating on her own yet. So I'm gonna just quickly show you her temporary pen setup here, because we do have to restrict her exercise and movement over the next 10 days or so that everything can heal properly. Tearing and stuff doesn't happen, which could lead to more serious things like a hernia and stuff. So I've got all of her favorites in the cage right now, but every 3 or 4 hours or so we are going to be force feeding her critical care. Mr. BB and I, once we got her home and had the pen set up, we did a really good force feeding, and while she's not eating on her own yet, as soon as you put it in her mouth, she is chewing and swallowing. So the anesthesia can take a day or so to like really fully get it out of their system. They've also given her an injection of antibiotics and pain relief too. So I was sent home with those items as well, but I'm not to start them until later tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, I'll show you how she's doing. Sorry about the lighting in here. It's about 10 o'clock at night now, and I also didn't want to put on any brighter lights for filming because I'm trying to keep it like quiet and peaceful in the space. So I've just got Karina set up in our X Pen, but as you can see, I kind of doubled up the X Pen to actually make it smaller than a full X Pen size. And then she's got a cozy cave there. Those are an item that I make from our shop. So, aww. So there's Karina back in there. It's kind of dark to see, but she is quite alert. Her eyes are wide open, but she's just not, it's going to take a little bit to get her eating on her own. It's pretty common post-surgery. With rabbits and guinea pigs, you need their digestive system to start going again so that they don't go into stasis, but it's common to have to force feed for the first day or so. But yeah, she's doing okay. I tried to make it really nice and cuddly in there. There's a little piece of banana and some parsley and some pellets. She has a big bowl of veggies here, but I'm probably going to take out a little handful and put the rest in the fridge so they don't go bad overnight. And then she's just got some pellets scattered around here. I've just also put another really cozy bed she really likes to lay on here, and there's a bowl of water. And then this is the temporary litter box I have. So this one's smaller than the ones I normally use, and I've just cut a hole out of the front of it so that she doesn't really have to hop to get into it. And you really shouldn't use bedding in their litter box while they're healing up, because you don't want any of the bedding to get mixed in with their incisions. So I've just got it lined with white paper, which will make it easy to see when she's peed and pooped, because so far she hasn't done that. And of course we want to see things start getting going here, and she's got hay in there too. And then of course you just swap out the paper like morning and night. It's a clean area for her. But yeah, so that is Karina's space. I'm really hoping by tomorrow morning she starts to nibble a little bit on her own and is feeling a little more like herself at that point. In the meantime, I am going to be getting up with her probably 3 times tonight just to continue force feeding her. I want to make and check on her. They did send me with a cone, but hopefully we don't have to use it. I think honestly she's too kind of doped up right now to want to bother with anything. And the way that my vet does it is there's internal stitches, and then he does like a little tummy tuck where all the stitching ends up on the inside, so that there's nothing for them to try and chew out or pull out or anything like that. The cone is purely if we found her bugging the area, like licking it and stuff, because we don't want it to get irritated or infected. Hey guys, it is 5:30 a.m. As you can see, Karina is right here. Hey, sweetie. Hi. Poor baby. She's doing okay. She's not eating on her own yet, but she has been getting her critical care force feedings. And as you can see, she's been pooping, and she's peed a few times too. So that's good. We're glad to see, even though she's not eating on her own, things are moving through her system. So at this point, we're just to continue our force feedings. I've been doing every 3 to 4 hours because they want me feeding her 4 to 6 times a day, I believe it was. Obviously, I would love to see her nibbling on her own, but I'm hoping once she gets her dose of Medicam later today that maybe she'll start to feel a little better. And also by that point, I think it'll be about 24 hours after surgery, so I think any after effects of the anesthesia will have worn off by then. So that's just kind of where we are. It's just playing the waiting game, which sucks because I just want her to start eating already. I've seen her take a few little drinks here and there, so this is the first time I've seen her at the water dish. So I really hope this means I'm going to continue to see improvement today, but wanting to drink on her own is a good sign. There have been a little more poops and pees. Come on, Karina. I really just want to see her eat. I'll feel so much better once I see her acting more normal, because then I know that she's bouncing back. The fact that she is alert and moving around and stuff is good, of course, too, but what I really want to see is her eating and drinking on her own. Just popping back in to check on Karina. I'm trying to give her some time alone as well, because I don't want to always be in here stressing her out. If I was really worried about her, we were gonna take one of the security cameras I have and set it up so I could keep my eye on her when I'm not in the room, but so far there hasn't been anything super concerning, although I of course want to see her eat. But when I left her, she was back in this back corner, and I noticed there are some poops. Okay, I don't know why this isn't focusing. Goodness. But there are some very Karina-sized normal poops over there, which is really good to see. And Karina has moved back to her water dish. She's still sitting like she's a little uncomfortable. Our amazing vet tech has already called us for an update, and she was really happy to hear that Karina was already moving around a little more and drinking on her own. We're hoping that she starts eating soon. She's to start her Medicam around 2 o'clock this afternoon. So I might give it to her just a little bit earlier, but also if we don't see her moving around a little more with the Medicam, we might have to switch to a different pain reliever, because sitting hunched up like this means that she's not feeling the greatest, but it could also be just her feeling kind of off because she's not eating yet and the anesthesia is still wearing off. I'm not sure at that point what the alternative to pain relief would be. I do have tramadol on hand, but the downside to tramadol is that it can slow the gut, which we absolutely do not want to happen right now. Hi, sweetie. Hi, good girl. So yeah, that's the last thing we want, is for her gut to slow down. So I think they had a couple other options we could try to see if that gave her any better relief. But that's kind of where we're at now. Honestly, to me, it just looks like she's not sure what to do because of her belly. Here's our little love. It's okay, Karina. Hey everyone, it is 9:30 at night now. And I think we have finally gotten Karina's pain managed. This last dose of Medicam that she had this evening seems to have done it. I am so relieved. A lot of the day you could just tell she was kind of hunched up or shifting around uncomfortable, and now she is completely flopped. She actually did a full-on flop onto her back and then has slowly transitioned onto her side like this. So I definitely think she's feeling more comfortable. She's continued to drink throughout the day, but she was still not eating on her own. So we've been doing critical care every couple hours. A few of her poops have been a little bit off. That started when we began the antibiotics. So I've been mixing up some poop soup, which is lovely, but basically just taking healthy poop that's full of good bacteria from one of our other bunnies, and you let it kind of sit in water till it softens and makes a paste, And then I'm mixing that in with her critical care to get some good bacteria back into her body. The big news is that a minute ago she just had the tiniest nibble on some hay. She's been sniffing it here and there, and then all of a sudden she just picked up a piece and just had just a very little sampling. Nothing more has happened yet, but that was a huge relief because that's the first time that she's touched anything on her own all day. So otherwise everything is fine. She seems alert. Her temperature is good. Like I said, she's still pooping and peeing, taking her critical care, taking her meds, but we really need her to start eating on her own, and that'll definitely help her bounce back faster. So I'm trying not to get too excited because it's just the tiniest piece, but hopefully over the next few hours she'll start sampling some more things. In the meantime, we're going to keep pumping her full of critical care. So yeah, it has been a really long day. I'm super tired because I was up several times throughout the night last night. And then today I had a lot of catching up to do around here with our other pets, especially because we were gone all day with her having her spay. So it's been busy. And I don't know how much sleep I'm going to get tonight because I'm really anxious just to see her start eating on her own again. Good job, Karina. Good job.